OFX, what's popping? So welcome to the weekly recap where I'm going to break down swings, intra, and scalp trades, all with the same strategy. Like I said it on previous videos, I think the most beautiful thing about trading is that you can take the same strategy and just apply it, or about this strategy, I mean, is you can take this and apply it to multiple different types of trading: intraday trading, swing trading, and scalping. I've done it on all three. I did it as a scalper before. Now I'm doing it as a swing trader. So I think it's beautiful that you can do that. So this week started on the third, right? On the third. So what I saw as a swing trader was sells right here, and I was asleep. I happened to be asleep when these actually played out, but you could have sold. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, all these rejections off of this level. So I think you could have easily sold off of here, 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 wherever, and then your stop loss could have been like right above it. And obviously that dropped to that next level. Overall, if I was taking these sales, I would not have taken it very far. If we go back in structure, we can see we're pretty bullish. We maintain this level. And then if you go and look at, where's it at? So if we look at like price from here to here, and then we look at how long it took to get back down, it was almost double the amount of time to get back down. That is your first indication. We're already bullish, right? We've been bearish for a while, but we're already overall bullish. And then we start to see sales get a little weak after we had this strong push up that did break this previous level of structure, right there. And then we also are forming this inverted head and shoulders right there. So taking these sales, I would have just taken it down to this next little level and then expected buys to start happening. But that was a swing trade that was possible on AU this week. EU, there was a head and shoulders that was possible. This is a pattern that I've known about for a while, but I've never used it before until I started being on the higher time frames. And I see this thing play out all the time. All the time it happens. And it works really, really well. So when this played out, whoops, you could have easily taken sales right when that confirmation candle right here formed. You could have taken that easily. So that was a dub. GJ, there was one trade on GJ. So if we zoom out, price has been bullish for a while. It was in this little bearish channel coming down, but look how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last week was six rejections to the support. It's telling you kind of what it wants to do. I was looking at sales because I didn't zoom out, I guess, but that was a pretty easy buy right here after this break and retest. And now for next week, since we have this really strong support, price is pushed up, maintained, pushed up. I think we could get a break and a retest right here and take it up higher. So that was dope. GU, I took sales this week. I took a sell right here. When this candle closed, I took a sell and I got stopped out. But GU didn't really do anything. It didn't really do anything much this week. I don't know what I'm looking at for next week. And then for gold, there was a little head and shoulders play right here, but it really didn't end up going anywhere. There wasn't really much from what I can see on gold. Honestly, I think this drop might be over. We maintained here, maintained here. I think we might start to push up on gold and silver. So that's it for the swing trades. There was 1, 2, 3 trades, in my opinion, on the swing bias this week. Now if we go to the intraday, we might see something different. So let's delete this. So we can see that one was there, right? And then we had multiple rejections right here. So you possibly could have bought right there. We had this break and a retest right there. So there was that. So that was potentially, if you are, Obviously on the one, you're not going to really be able to see like that. But if you do use a higher time frame bias, you could have told that where we were going to go. So you could have caught 3 trades on AU by itself. On AU, not EU. EU, let's see. This head and shoulders was obvious, so you could have caught this on the 1 hour as an intraday also. And then once price kind of broke below, I mean, this one kind of played out, you know, right here. This was a little pit stop play where it just tapped in and then went back. So that one was possible. That one obviously went pretty good. Breaking a retest right there. You also could have caught this head and shoulders on the one. That was pretty easy. GJ. So the same thing with GJ. GJ came down here, came back up, maintained. There could have been buys right here. There could have been buys right here. The price came back down, maintained again, push up. Could have been buys right here. Something that I've been seeing is that these demand zones get played off really, really well on the higher time frames. I know they get played off on every time frame, but the 4 hour, maybe I'll use it one day in the future. Right now, I'm not even interested in trying to get these sniper entries. That's what fucked me up for a long time. I'm not even interested in that. But I still play off of them, but with candle confirmations. But yeah, so you could have probably bought right here, multiple rejections right here. So could have been buys in this area, and then a break and a retest. This was also on the 4 hour, and then price came back down, started rejections, push up, maintain. You could have had buys right here, and then yeah, so that was GJ. On the intraday perspective, let's go to GU. Where does it start? Right here. GU was kind of not I don't know. There wasn't much going on in GU this week, in my opinion. It just didn't look good. I mean, obviously you could have caught sells, but these buys are weak. I don't know. I was really trying to take sells right off of this level right here. It looked great. You know, price is already going down. It looked fantastic to me. We had a really strong drop, so it made sense, but I guess it just wasn't ready to play out. Gold. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. But that is the swings, the intraday, and then the scalps, man. So all right, so the scalp. So it started this week around right there. That's fine. So scalping, look, we have this entire level. Look how price rejected once, twice, 3 times. You could have bought right here, which was about 1 in the morning on Monday. You could have bought right here, which was around almost Tuesday, right before Tuesday London. You could have bought right there. But let's go back. I don't want to replay and then unreplay every time. So I didn't see anything in here. Like, this was all really weak and choppy to me. But right here, if we go bang, if we go to right here, okay, let's look how price is coming up. We have this big ass level of resistance, right? Price comes up, rejects it. We start having strong drops. We know we could at least take it to there, if not further, right? We know we could at least manage right here in this little zone that we've been playing in since the week started. So look what we have. We have a beautiful level. We have a strong breakout closure below on the 15. This thing closed at 745, right? So then what we do after that, we get the level, we draw it up, we wait for those 2 1-minute candles, right? So anywhere inside of that zone, price comes back up. That's weak. It barely even tapped it. Bang, bang. We get those 2 in a row, right? So entry would have been like right. If we market execute right there, stop loss could have been 4 or 5. Let's just say 5. Could have been 5. Right? And then like that. TP at least there, but that's a 2-to-1. We don't want 2-to-1s. At least a 3-to-1, right? That's what I always like to target. Came back up, tanked, right? That was a beautiful trade. Ended up going there. If you incorporate the higher time frame bias into into this. I mean, you can see this level is really strong. This is the next real level right here. This one and then this one. So that was an easy 6 to 1. That was real easy. Also, you probably could have just got sells off of this level. Like once price came back up to this level, I mean, we can see this is a strong level. It's been rejected a whole bunch of times. Came up. Once it comes back up again, I mean, look at how buys start to get real choppy, like real weak. If you use divergence, there was divergence there. Like right here, get real weak and choppy. So, I mean, you probably could have just sold it right when it came back up in there. But if that wasn't confirmation enough, look how price dropped. And look how it just stalled. It just tried to go up over and over and over. So, probably could have just sold it right on that candle right there. And then yeah, that was easy. So that could have been sells, that could have been sells. So this one, you could have just taken this off the 15. Honestly, I'm not gonna go down to the 1 to try and get a confirmation for a sell-off resistance. So that could have been taken down all the way to that. Probably could have had, actually I'll just do it. Bang. So entry would have been probably like right there. Stop loss right above the candle. 4 or 5, maybe 5. Want to be a little cautious. Bang. That's an easy one right there. And then these ones right here, 100% you could have just bought. I mean, price had 1 rejection, 2nd, 3rd. Buy that. Why would you not buy that? It's easy. And then just take it up to this next level up here. So bang. Entry, stop loss could have been like that. Maybe a little bit below the wick, maybe, if you want to be a little crazy about it. But still, either way, you got your 3 to 1. It's easy right there. And then these, you 100% could have bought. The 4th tap on the level, not as safe as the 3rd. So 1, 2, 3. This one's a little safer. So this one for sure. Once you get that candle confirmation, take that shit. This one, not as safe. I don't know if I would do it. But, you know, once we got that push up, price pulled back. Look how we maintained this level. You could have had buys right here. And then price had a clean break and close above this level. You go down to the 1. And let's see. A good example of why we want to wait for 2 candles in a row, because if you would have bought off 1, look how it went straight through, would have got you. And then we get 1. Pretty sure that one's black. 1, 2, we hit this little evening star off of this level. So guess what? Our entry could have been right there. Bang. Our stop loss below the wick. Out it at 4. So that was pretty. And then, you know, we have this overall level that we can see. Bang. Have this overall level right here. So obviously that's where we want to take it to. And then bang. So it took, I don't know how long that is. So let's go down to the 1. So we entered right there. So it took about almost 3 hours. And that would have been that. So that's pretty dope, man. There was about 4, maybe 5 trades. Maybe you call this 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 trades that you could have got. I don't know. It seems like the scalps haven't, I mean, obviously this is plenty of trades that you could take, but it's just like this was kind of gross. It just wasn't going anywhere. Like these were good. It started off good. But yeah, that was it, man. Like, you know, something that I've been noticing that's extremely important since I've been doing this new swing trading and stuff, and went from scalping to swing trading, is, I mean, this is dope. Like, if somebody has the time to sit here and do this, that's dope. I have the time. I just choose not to. If somebody has the time, or they actually genuinely like trading like this, that's dope. For me personally, the reason why I decided to just take all of this stuff that I was doing as a scalper, like this stuff, and apply it to the 4 hour as a swing trader, is I just genuinely didn't like having a specific session to trade. I just didn't like getting up and being like, oh, I gotta trade London today or New York or what. I don't like that. It's just not for me. And personally, this is dope, but it's just a little too fast for how I want to trade. I back tested it last week. I actually traded it this week, and I legitimately loved it more than anything else I've done as a trader. Like maybe one day I'll be like, hey, I want to go back to scalping. I honestly I probably will, but I won't do it for a long term. I could definitely see me coming back and just having fun and just scalping for a few weeks or something just to have fun. But legitimately, I loved swing trading this week. I loved swing trading last week, and I loved how slow paced and relaxing it was because it was just like I take a trade and I literally don't touch it. I don't look at it. I don't look at the charts at all until the alerts are set. With this, you got to come on here and have a specific session, and you got to be present for the trades. And it's just like you got to constantly be ready to take trades. And for me, like the trade that I got in this week, so I lost GU. I didn't even show the trade that I actually dubbed. So the trade that I dubbed this week was on GA. I actually genuinely forgot to show it. So this week on GA, I saw this, and what I saw was not that. So what I saw was price came up to this. I don't know what do you call this, but price came up here, had a big drop, broke this level of structure, pulled back, maintained this level. Look, we had all these rejections, pulled back, failed to create a higher high. What should have happened, right, is price comes down. If we are going to continue higher, create a higher high. It didn't. It failed at this level. We had a push down. Price again failed to go higher, had another strong push down, and then we had this entire level and a supply zone. And so when price came up there, I was gonna wait for a candle reaction, but I said fuck it, I just want to enter. So I entered straight off of it. My TP was right there, got smacked. It was the easiest thing in the world. And like I understand as a scalper, and why I used to clown on fucking swing traders was because you can make this money so much faster. Like it took legitimately 2 days to make that money that I could have made, in an hour or something as a scalper. But for me, like how fucking easy it was for me to just be like, okay, well this happened and this happened and this happened. All I did was just set an alert and be like, all right, cool. Now when I get the alert, I just want to enter the trade. And that was it. And I loved how slow paced it was. So something that I've realized that's really, really important is you got to figure out what type of trader you want to be. And I didn't realize that until I figured out that swing trading made me a lot happier when I'm trading than anything else I've done. I've done intraday, I've done scalping, and like of course I may go back to them one day just to have fun for a little bit, but I really think swing trading fits me a lot better. I'm a lot more laid back and relaxed person, so swing trading fits me, and I'm comfortable waiting, and I'm comfortable being patient with the trades that play out. Whereas where were we at? Scalping just wasn't really, I don't know. Was this not it? Did I delete everything? What? But did I really just delete all that? Or is it just not loading? I don't think it's loading. I don't think I deleted it. Whatever though. But yeah, it's just like something I've been noticing is how powerful it is to actually find out how you want to trade. And that's why now I'm really starting to, I want to do these weekly reviews every single week. I'm going to do weekly outlooks, I guess, for swing trading. I'm not going to do it for scalping. You really can't do it for scalping. I'm not going to do it for intraday trading. But weekly reviews, I'm going to do it like I just did for swing trading, for intraday trading, and for scalping, because I think it's so beautiful that you can take this one strategy, this very, very simple strategy, where you sell resistance, right? Where you sell resistance when price comes up to that level and rejects it multiple times. When it rejects it multiple times, you sell it, right? When it comes down to the level of support, rejects multiple times, you buy it. It's as simplistic as it gets. And then when you have a break and a retest and a candle confirmation, you take the trade. And I think it's so beautiful that you can apply this very, very, very simplistic strategy to any time frame, right? Because somebody could come in and learn from me and be like, ah, he's a swing trader, and I like the strategy, but I want to be a scalper and just go on a journey of like fucking failing for the next 6 months because they try to find a scalping strategy, but then they don't know that they can take the strategy and apply it to all these different time frames. So I think me showing these trade breakdowns of, okay, well, hey, look how you buy support on the 4 hour. Well, guess what? You can do it on the 15. It's just a lot more short term. It's not going to last a long time. Well, hey, okay, you get a break and retest, candle confirmations. Okay, well, hey, you can do that same shit on here. It's just a lot more short term. I mean, that was fucking 20 pips, whereas the 4 hour is going to be 100 pips or something like that, right? And it's a beautiful thing. So now every Friday or Saturday, whenever I do it at the end of the week, I am going to break down all the swings that were possible. Probably not all the intradays, and definitely not all the scalps that were possible. I'm just going to do one pair for scalps, a couple for intradays, and all the swing pairs that I look at, I'm going to do. But again, like, just the best thing you can do is figure it out, backtest, take the strategy and go through all the different time frames and all the different types of trading and see which one you want. Because like, I just didn't even realize how powerful it was to have a type of trading that fits you, because now I genuinely love swing trading. I think it's a shit. I used to hate on it all the time, but I never actually did it. But that's it, man. OFX out.